Hello guys, another video from my car as every Saturday about not so much Laravel but about dev career and productivity. And today I want to tell you or remind you just two words that you need to keep telling yourself or asking yourself while coding or towards the end of coding session by ending some feature or releasing something. Those two words are what if. So imagine you've finished a feature for some form submit and then you need to ask yourself what if something goes not as planned with that form. So for example, what if someone inputs the wrong data? Did you cover the validation, the message showing the errors properly, or some exception handling? What if someone enters the string instead of number? And it's not only about validation. What if someone doesn't fill the form at all? What if someone tries to hit the post request without even the form, so try to hack something? What if some data is illogical at all? And the form submit is probably the classical thing what to think about in terms of validation. But in general, you need to ask what if something goes not as smooth as in your local development. Because in your local development, usually you write code, you test it yourself, maybe you run automated tests, but it's all in kind of calm environment, your own small world of your local development on your computer, and you don't have stress as you would have in real life environment on live server. So what if something happens differently on live server? For example, would that new feature work the same? What if you have 10,000 users online at the same time? What if you have 100 times more data in the database? What if some other developer tries to change your code, and how easy would it be for them? So what if? You need to constantly ask yourself or remind yourself about the scenarios that would take you outside of your comfort zone of your local environment, and you need to try to imagine the real life scenarios, what happens with your code after it is released. And then you need to prevent some bad things from happening, put some more validations, maybe restructure the code to be more maintainable in the future. That said, I'm not a big fan of premature optimization too early. So what if our database would have 10,000 users, but if you do know that 10,000 users would happen only like in 5 years time, then it's not worth optimizing for that scenario if your deadline is like in an hour. So of course, be cautious with that. You constantly need to keep asking that question, what if, but not necessarily take action immediately. You just need to know the trade-offs, know the potential consequences if you don't optimize it properly, and sometimes it is fine for small applications. But just make it as a small, regular habit. Ask yourself, what if? Some people do that as they code along the way. Some people do that before the release, actually, while doing the last testing. It's your personal preference. But generally, those two words are really helpful in my own career, so I wanted to share that with you. If you want to get these videos like this one every Saturday, subscribe to the channel, and see you guys in other videos.